Hey guys, it's Buki here. In today's video, we're going to be exploring tower defenses that once were at the top of the platform, but now rot in the endless pit of terrible games. While we explore, we're going to try and figure out why these tower defenses ended up dying in the first place and see what they could have done differently to stay alive in the future. All of this was streamed live on Twitch. Be sure to check it out after this video. Links in description. The first one we will be going to, the most obvious one, Anime Adventures. 177 active on Anime Adventures, 2.5 billion visits. Now, this is going to be the most obvious one and the most out in the open. Obviously, Anime Adventures is dead, but let's find out why it died. What happened to Anime Adventures to make it go from 200k concurrent on their Christmas update literally less than a year ago to, well, 177 players? I think the most apparent one, if you look at my team right now, out of these 6 people, how many can you name because they look so different? That was their biggest issue. You know what I'm saying? Was the fact that all of their models, okay, their models in themselves don't look bad. They just don't look remotely close to the characters. Let's be honest. The only ones that still look remotely close are Freerin. Freerin does not look bad at all. Roger, I could still tell this is Roger, but it's still a little bit iffy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's their biggest problem. Well, actually, we might as well go play a stage, no? Anybody want to do the daily? I think that's what a lot of people do. I just hop on every once in a while to hop on Anime Adventures, see if any more remodels happen, and you know, usually there's been like 17 more remodels. You know what I'm saying? They removed the OG sound effects. They removed them I think like 8 months ago. They legit took them away because they were copyright sound effects from Battle Cats, and they were scared of Battle Cats, I guess. Like, I don't really know. They were kind of scared of literally everything. I gotta know how long this took. At least give me like 50 reels too. 16 minutes and 45 seconds. At least give me 50 star rooms. 47. I'll take that. I will take that. That's not bad. That took so long, bro. If we pull a unique, Anime Adventures is the best tower defense on the platform still. Maybe even just like a legendary trait. Or nothing at all. Anime Adventure sucks. Let's move on to the next game. Anime Defenders actually has a chance to come back. If you guys are in their Discord, they have announced that Anime Defenders X is actually coming out, and they are not working on Anime Defenders anymore. We're gonna go check out Anime Defenders, see if Anime Defenders X is gonna have a chance, depending on all that they change. Christmas update. Okay. This is a Christmas update from 2024. Wait, is this still the Red Ones update? Tell me this is still the Red Ones update. Where's the polar bear? Is this actually still the Red Ones update? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Anime Defenders wasn't a bad game. Oh my god, look, there he is. Is this the Red Ones guy? I really hope they made so much money off that because it killed their game completely. A lot of this wasn't here the last time that I played Anime Defenders. If you guys look at my team, this is basically like, I think 3 updates of Anime Defenders, and then I ended up quitting because, I don't know if you guys remember, 5.7 years, Kaiju number 8 update was top 5 update in all tower defenses. That's like that's a debate for another day. I ended up quitting at that point, and then I never hopped back on. Let's go ahead. We're just gonna hop on the daily for every single one. Is this the, where's the daily at? I don't have that chapter unlocked. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the daily, guys. All right, well, let's go over the biggest issue with Anime Defenders before we even get into a game. It's another one of the games where the units don't look like the originals. In Anime Defenders defense, I don't think it was like that bad. You know what I'm saying? Anime Adventures, you know, their models were, let's just not talk about Anime Adventures models. Those were questionable at best. But they were the first of their time to do models that were non-original, I guess. At least a game that did pretty solid. Like, you could at least still tell. This is Igris. This kind of reminds me of the Anime Vanguards, like how they're doing their remodels. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look as bad as I remember. I don't know if they've changed any of these models. I don't think they look as bad as from what I remember. Some definitely are a little questionable, but I mean, you can tell a lot of these on who they actually are. Damn, I don't know I can't do the daily. I was gonna do the daily on every tower defense that I hopped on, but I literally can't. Anime Defenders at least tried to keep up with the times, adding 3x speed. I'm not gonna be buying in this video because they're not catching money off me. I'll just be honest. I don't think they did anything wrong. They just didn't do enough right. Is like the best way to explain why Anime Defenders is dead right now. It's not that they inherently did anything wrong, because they did add okay, this is their unit manager, actually. I forgot. Wow, okay, never mind. They did more bad than they did good, if that makes sense. This is their unit manager right here. You cannot upgrade a unit in here. You can only click a unit. That's a little crazy to me, I'll be honest. That is a little ridiculous. Let's go ahead and place another unit and take a look. You cannot upgrade any unit from in here. It's just here. You just have to click them. That's it. But like everything else in this does not look bad at all. I think Animated Defenders X has true potential as like a contender for some of these new tower defense games. Now, their stages aren't that long, which is good. They got away from the anime adventures thing where the stages were really long, but that's also probably because they have 2x speed, 3x speed. I think a lot of it was the trading. I think the trading for Animated Defenders was a big thing of why people didn't really play it. The Pet Sim X type of trading was not favorable for a lot of people. 3-minute playtime. Anime Adventures, we spent 16 minutes to clear one stage. This, we only spent 3 minutes on 2x. If we were on 3x, that would have been 2 minutes. That's the same as Anime Last Stand. Right now, Anime Last Stand is kind of dying. So this could be a good chance for Animated Defenders to kind of take back their spot of being like the second highest played tower defense. I gotta move on before I keep getting distracted by these trades. We gotta hop on the next game, bro. We have honestly one of the most promising tower defenses that has come out in the last like year, I'd say. Anime Final Strike. The reason this game is dead, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Brandon the Boss bought this game and completely ruined this instantly. It was sitting, if I remember correctly, it was sitting at least like 10K players. And then Brandon bought the game and it instantly dropped down. It is sitting at 55 players now. I don't really know how he managed to kill the game that fast, but like, look at these models. These models were good. Everything about this game had potential. Their trait cutscenes were good. The models were good. The maps were good. Everything about this game was promising till Brandon the Boss bought it. Let's see, who's on banner right now? Okira's on banner. I want to see some of the new units. What happened to Saitama? What did I miss? What are these models? Are these the ones that Brandon the Boss added? Let's see, when was the last actual update? 10/20, so that was over a month ago was the Berserk update. It's been sitting like 40 players for the entire time of it. I knew the owners of this game. I talked to them directly and helped them on release on how to make this game better. Since then, Brandon the Boss has bought the game, so I don't really have that same fucking help anymore. I wish y'all could see the map because I really did enjoy their maps. Their maps were really nice. Whoever their map modeler is, low-key could compete with Auric. Hot take, bro. We're gonna be able to complete this stage in what? Like, I think this is like a minute stage. 2-minute stage. They were like the fastest tower defense at the time. Let's see. 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Divide that by the 3x because they don't actually take into account for some reason. We just completed this in like 1:30. That's pretty good. I guess there's not much else for me to do on this game. We did the daily, you know, we explored the map. There's still a chance for this game to come back for sure. But as it stands right now, it's sitting at like 50 players. So let's move on to our next one. I do want to preface this. Anime Rangers is not as dead as the last ones we've hopped on, but considering it went from, I think, 100,000 concurrent literally like 2 months ago to 1.6K, I think I can classify that as dead in some right. Let's go ahead and peep game, hop on the game real quick, and, you know, see what went wrong for it to drop so fast, so quickly. I'm curious, because I would never really was one to hop on Anime Rangers that much. A lot of people said this was like the greatest thing of all time since sliced bread. I personally didn't care for it. They have changed the lobby since the last time that I played, which now it definitely looks better than the old lobby, because it was kind of, questionable for sure. They have power. Power's model actually does not, oh, I just turned on my, my rate up banner. Okay, well, okay, that's cool. I mean, all of these models don't look bad. They're not bad models by any means. They kind of look like Anime Royale, I guess, a little bit. I mean, I just never saw the appeal for this game, truly. I don't know if I can really, like, go into it on why I think it died personally, because I never really played it, but I can tell you why I didn't play it. My biggest problem with this game was that people kept calling it a tower defense, and, well, it's a tower defense, I guess, but, like, not really. There's definitely towers defending something. Wouldn't personally call this a tower defense because of the fact that you click autoplay and your units just do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. I didn't have to do anything. I loaded in. That was it. I'm done. There's nothing else to do. It's a wave defense. People called it a tower defense for sure. People said this was better than AV. And if you're comparing it to a tower defense, then I'd say it's got to be on this list. They have 3x. I'm not going to buy 3x. It's 800 Robux. Their stages were always really quickly. Like, look at this. 43-second wave without 3x. That was only 2x. That's insane. There's 6 enemies you fight every single wave. You're clearing this like 30 seconds every single time. I'm not one to really play this one myself, but I know a lot of people like this shit. So what could they do? It just kind of died. For those, okay. Instead of me saying why I think it died, how about the people that played ARX? Explain why y'all think it died, because I don't actually know. I never really played it. Sandboxing too fast. It died because they dropped 3 slop updates in a row. Game's economy is worse than ALS. Really? Same updates just felt the same? Okay. So it's too fast. It's genuinely too fast, is what you're saying. I guess it's kind of the same thing as Anime Final Strike. Anime Final Strike, they dropped their updates, but you're finishing stages so fast where you were out of content way before they could even produce another update. I don't think they could raise the clear times now, no? Because people are used to 20-second wave clears, right? I don't think you can't really raise it now. It's kind of just like a permanent issue, and you kind of have to scale for it at this point. That's about it that we can do besides keep playing story. What game do we hop on next? I think we're moving on to bang ASTDX. Now this game was more recent. A lot of the games that we've been on before have literally just died because of a lack of updates, but ASTDX is still actively updating. But they're sitting at 1K players after averaging 300,000 or 200,000 on their re-release because it was probably one of the most hyped tower defense times of all time. That didn't really sound like correct English, but yeah, y'all know what I'm saying here. What is going on my screen? What was that? Did they just give me stuff because I'm behind in this game? Okay, ASTDX, I see you. Now, I will say, I will preface this before we get into this. I didn't enjoy ASTDX. The vibe on this game, it was just off. There was something about ASTDX that I never really cared for when playing it. Not like a bad way by any means, but I could never play it for more than like an hour. But there was always something that happened that I just could not play this game for long. Whether it was like the actual game mechanic or what, it was always so questionable to me. Too grindy and pay to win? I don't think it was pay to win by any means, because the traits really don't do a whole lot. I think my biggest hatred for this was the all-star trait. I just hate having my units cost more money than they should. Oh my god, that's like I'm just playing a permanent high cost game mode in it. Oh, that made me so mad. If they did not make this cost extra, I think it would have done so much better. Like, look at my team. 2,537 to place, 1,575 to place, 3,062 to place. There's no whole numbers anywhere. That's my biggest gripe with this game. Damn, I'm trying to think of the reasons that I despised this game, but there's just like, I think there's just a lot. First 3 updates that they dropped. Who was here for this? The first 3 updates that they dropped for this game, trial. This instantly killed any desire for me to play this game. It was just trial, back to back. They dropped this one, they dropped this one, and I just fell. Oh, brother. But like, y'all get what I'm saying here. It was just so mid. The only real way to get like everything like this game was like just doing infinites and stuff too. Like, I don't know if it's just like behind in times or what. Like the void bags, the EXP units, like I think everything was just like all you were doing was playing infinites in this game. I don't really remember, but back when I used to play ASTD, not ASTDX, I feel like there was always so much more. But maybe I'm just coping. Their systems were very questionable, especially on release. I don't know if it's gotten better since updates have dropped, but I mean, apparently not. The player count has just been declining. I guess nothing's really changed in that part. Let's go do our daily and see if the gameplay's changed any. Egghead Island though. This was kind of compy. 3x speed, or I guess it's not 3x speed. I'm pretty sure it's 1.5 and then 2x. I remember the UI hate. The UI hate was valid though. Their UI, very, very mid. And that's not crazy. Oh my god, is this single target? I forgot ASTD is like the only game in the world that still does single target. And we did it. Woo! 3-minute stages? I mean, solid stage times. But only 5 trait rerolls for a daily. Once a day, 5 trait rolls. Anime Adventures gave more than that. I'm just gonna hop on the next dead game. Okay, so Editor Ryuki here. After that last clip, that was the last game and there was no more games. And I feel like I kind of left it on a cliffhanger and the video wasn't wrapped up very well. So I have a tier list where I'm gonna rank all of the games on if they will be able to come back, if they implement the correct changes. If they can do it correctly, they'll come back. If not, then they'll just stay dead forever. First off, I'm actually going to go out of order. I'm not going to go in order. Anime Defenders could come back very, very easily with Anime Defenders X. Next up, we're going to go Anime Final Strike. I think Anime Final Strike genuinely has the best chance to come back out of any of these games for the pure fact that its base is very, very solid. Anime Adventures, I don't think will come back again because they already did their 1-year anniversary since the question mark video dropped. That was top 5 moments all tower defenses, by the way. Anime Rangers, I think Anime Rangers is kind of in a spot where it's just permanently cooked by their own community and their own game on its own right. So I think that game's just dead, period. Flat out simple. Last one, All-Star Tower Defense X. I'm gonna give it the same as C tier because they had 300,000 players. They had the amount of players that they needed to be the top tower defense, and they just couldn't keep up with it. So W list, yes or no? And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on my takes. If you guys have any different takes than me, be sure to drop it down in the comments below. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.